In this video, we'll be taking a look at two MLB games happening on October 7, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Texas Rangers versus Baltimore Orioles. The Texas Rangers take on the Baltimore Orioles on Saturday afternoon in the first game of the American League Division Series at Camden Yards. While the Orioles have not named their starter as of the publication of this article, the most likely candidate for the opener is 27-year-old righty Kyle Bradish, who would be making his 31st start of the season. The Rangers have not indicated who will be starting in any of the games of the upcoming series as of the publication of this article. The Orioles and the Rangers split the 6 games they played overall this season, with Texas winning 2 of the 3 played at Camden Yards. The Orioles offense struggled against the Texas pitching staff in 2023, producing a lean .188 batting average with a .344 slugging percentage over 6 games. Baltimore lost 2 of 3 games played versus the Rangers at Camden Yards this season, and they have lost 3 of their last 4 against them overall. The Texas pitching staff has excelled on the road, producing a 3.92 earned run average, which ranks them 4th in the majors. They have also been very effective at Camden Yards in 2023, limiting the Orioles to 21 hits in 26 innings and compiling a 2.77 earned run average with a 1.04 WHIP. The Rangers were successful on the road to close out the season, winning 55% of their games in their last 20 away from their home stadium. Texas had an elite offense this season on the road, ranking 8th in the majors in average runs scored per game, so they are capable of scoring quickly in bunches against the Baltimore pitching staff. The Orioles should be favored at home, but there are some things working against them here. The Orioles haven't played in a week, so who knows how the rest impacts them. Also, the Orioles are a very young team where many players have no playoff experience. That includes the starting pitcher in Kyle Bradish. Who knows how the O's respond to the pressure of the brighter lights? The Rangers look great in the wild card series, and their offense gives them a legit chance against any team. The trends strongly support a Rangers victory on the road in the first game of the series, so the Texas Rangers money line is our full game side pick. First, Bradish is on the mound at his home park. The right-hander was spectacular all season, but he was even better in front of his own fans. His 2.23 earned run average speaks for itself, and the fact he held hitters below a .200 average is special. Bradish also limited hitters to a .259 on-base percentage, a .554 ops, and a 24.5% strikeout percentage during those 13 home starts. And looking at his season log, the under was 9 to 3 to 1 when Bradish started at Camden Yards in the regular season. Bradish will face a powerful Rangers lineup that was able to rip into Tampa Bay's pitching in the wild card, but Texas' track record against the Orioles' right-hander isn't the best. Between Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, Adolis Garcia, Nathaniel Lowe, and Jonah Heim, who make up the heart of the Texas lineup, they are a combined 4 for 3-2 with 10 strikeouts against Bradish. Once Bruce Bochy gets the sense that Heaney is running into trouble, he won't hesitate to pull him. Heaney made 2 starts against the Orioles in the regular season and allowed 8 runs, 11 hits, and 3 home runs in 9.2 innings. As you might be able to guess based on that stat line, the Baltimore lineup has hit Heaney well in their careers. Between Adley Rutschman, Cedric Mullins, Austin Hayes, Ryan Mountcastle, and Anthony Santander, they are 10 to 30 with 5 home runs against Heaney in their careers. Because of that, I would be surprised if Heaney goes more than 4 innings. That means Dane Dunning could bridge the gap from Heaney to the bullpen, and that's not a guy I'd like to rely on in a crucial game. 4 of the 6 games played in 2023 between these two squads went under the run total. 2 of the 3 games played at Camden Yards also went under, with Baltimore scoring a total of only 8 runs against the Texas pitching staff during the 3-game set. The Orioles produced a .188 batting average with a .344 slugging percentage against the Rangers pitching staff this season. Baltimore went under the run total in 8 straight games to finish the regular season, and they scored 2 runs or less in 5 of their previous 8 contests. The Texas pitching pitching staff ranked 4th in the league in road earned run average this season, and they produced a 2.77 earned run average with a 1.04 WHIP at Camden Yards. Bradish has not given up an earned run in his last 3 appearances, and he has given up only 12 hits in his previous 23 innings, including their 2 wild card contests versus the Rays. The Rangers have pushed or gone under the run total in 6 of their previous 7 games. The Orioles' Bradish has been excellent down the stretch with an earned run average of just over 2 in that time, and has had an even better earned run average in his 7 starts against American League West opponents this season. Bradish also has a fully rested bullpen behind him, and the Orioles may certainly utilize one of their starters, such as Gibson or Kremer, to get them out of any potential tight spots. The Rangers have also relied on their pitching in the playoffs thus far, particularly their starters. As a result, they have a rested bullpen as well and may be able to afford a slightly quicker hook for Heaney in this matchup. One advantage for Heaney in this matchup is the spacious confines of Camden Yards, particularly the power alleys of left field. Heaney pitched his best game against the Orioles in Camden Yards this season, allowing just 1 run in 7 innings of work. Look for a tightly played contest on Saturday, one that may very well be decided by which team is best able to play small ball and manufacture runs. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair in the first game of the American League Division Series. Despite 2 of baseball's better offenses being showcased on Saturday afternoon, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Twins versus Houston Astros. The Minnesota Twins open the American League Divisional Series on Saturday at Minute Maid Park against the Houston Astros. The series is a best of 5, with the first 2 games in Houston, followed by 2 in Minnesota and the final game in Houston. Minnesota defeated the Toronto Blue Jays 2-0 and 3-1 in their best of 3 American League wildcard series. Houston had a bye in the wildcard round with the 2nd best record for American League Division winners. The Twins and Astros faced one another 6 times this season, with Minnesota winning 4 of the 6. However, the 2 have not played head-to-head since May 31st. Minnesota will play without 4 pitchers as well as position players Byron Buxton, Joey Gallo, Nick Gordon, and Jose Miranda. Houston will play without 2 starting pitchers Luis Garcia and Lance McCullers Jr. This is a must-win game for Houston, as the Twins are confident and eager to get back home. Stealing a game at Minute Maid Park would be huge for a Minnesota team that fed off the Target Field crowd last series. With that said, I believe the Astros' experience should speak louder than the Twins' passion on Saturday. The acquisition of Verlander put Houston firmly back into the mix in the American League title race, and there's no reason to believe he'll let his team down. The Twins led the American League in home runs, but their offense relies too heavily on the long ball. They also struck out more than any team in baseball this year. Verlander didn't give up a homer in his last 3 starts after surrendering 7 in his first 3 outings of September. He'll keep the Twins in the yard on Saturday, giving the Astros the quality start they need. Minnesota's pitching staff led the league in strikeouts, but Houston's lineup struck out in just 19.8% of its abs this season, the lowest of any team in the postseason. The Astros make consistent contact, too, boasting the 5th lowest whiff rate during the regular season. Oberfan 17 batters in his last 2 starts, but those outings were against Oakland and Colorado. The playoff-ready Astros won't make it easy for him or any other Twins pitcher, working their at-bats until they score. Houston's had plenty of time for rest and for any of its players to recover from any nagging injuries. As of this time, Houston does not have any position players on the injury list, meaning they will have a full lineup to choose from, while Minnesota has several sluggers such as Byron Buxton and Joey Gallo out injured, along with other hitters such as Nick Gordon and Jose Miranda. Although Minnesota held a 4-2 record head-to-head this season versus Houston, the Astros played much better in the second half of the season. The 2 have not faced off against one another since the end of May. Although Houston is just 2-4 this season versus Minnesota, the Astros have won 8 of the last 12 overall against the Twins, and Houston has won 4 of the last 6 played at home against Minnesota. Houston finished the regular season winning 5 of its last 6, which allowed them to win the American League West on the final day of the regular season and avoid a wild card round. So the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. I don't expect a comfortable margin of victory for the winning team in this one. Ober finished the season on a high note and held 17 of his 26 opponents to 2 or fewer runs. His 1.07 WHIP was among the best in baseball too. Houston will have to work for base runners and won't need to score more than 4 runs to support its starting pitcher. Verlander held 15 of his 27 opponents without a homer and only allowed more than 1 long ball 4 times this season, in 2 of his first 3 starts and 2 of his last 6 starts. I'm confident he can handle the Twins lineup by keeping the ball in the yard, disturbing their momentum. Minnesota only scored 5 total runs at home against Toronto and isn't going to feel comfortable at the Dish in its first road test of the postseason. These bullpens aren't elite, but the Astros pen is rested, and the Twins pen is deeper than earlier this year with starters Kenta Maeda and Louis Varland shifting to reliever roles. Minnesota is coming off a 2-game series with Toronto in which a total of 6 runs were scored in the 2 games, with both easily finishing under the closing run total. The total has finished under in 4 of Minnesota's last 6 games. This season, the over-under total in 6 games between the two was 3-3, but being a postseason game, when managers will pull pitchers before allowing too many runs in any inning, expect this matchup on Saturday with 2 of the best pitchers from both teams on the mound to be low-scoring. Should either bullpen pitch more than 3 innings, they'll be equipped to keep the scoring in check. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.